Welcome to another segment of Budget in Focus. I'm your host, Paul McAdam. With me today is Ms. Rajcoomarie Bancroft, Member of Parliament for Region 8, Potaro Siperuni. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
First off, Budget 2018. What's your reaction?
Budget 2018 has a lot for Region 8. It's a countrywide budget, but I focus on my region because that's my constituent. No, well, some people tends to shift. However, I would like to see our projects are mainly bridges, roads, schools, hospital or health center, transportation.
Mostly infrastructure.
Yep. And so Region 8 is now a growing region. Gone are the days when we never had even a secondary school. Today, we have the Paramakatoi Secondary, and the white elephant that the previous government left in Cato will now have the go in next month. Cato Secondary will be opening for the new term.
Finally.
And that's a plus. Plus. So I am really happy with that. So we have to cater for the children in the dorms. We have a secondary school at Madhya. We have dorms at Madhya. We have secondary school in Paramakatoi. We have dorms. But because it's overcrowding, population is growing because human population, it's important.
You gotta cater
And
for all of
that. And so now we will be having the Cato Secondary in January. As we speak, the furniture and equipment are being shuttled in because Region 8 is one of the most difficult geographical regions. Some things can go through the trail. It has to go all the way to Region 9 and then come into Region 8 at the border, perhaps by Monkey or go over to Letham and then come in. And things like printers and so on will have to be flown in. Can't carry that through the trail. So preparation is well on the way for the opening.
Now, Cato, you happy with the repairs that were done? I know there were some structural problems, cracks and pieces missing and so on.
Yes, we had all the ministers went in there. Public infrastructure, education, and the whole works, regional administration and so on, to get that correct. It's okay, and they are preparing for opening. Additionally, in the education department, we only had the education officer who was there alone for a while. But now we have 2 new additional officers, and that will enhance the education system and ensure that we have good quality of education delivered.
Proper administration of
Yes, for the children, because our region is really difficult. If I'm in sub-region 1, I can't have connection with nobody in Georgetown unless I pay probably $1,000 a minute. Yeah, they do have a few people with internet, but it's very expensive. But at sub-region 2 in Madhya, we have access to cell phone.
Okay, so there's still a communication gap there.
Yeah, we do use the radio system. Yeah, we do have that. Health and education. We have an admin, we have radios. So if, for instance, if somebody got sick or a pregnant woman or a snake bite or whatever, we use the radio to ask for a medevac.
All right, now I spoke to the Minister of Public Health, and one of the things she is saying is that what they're pushing for is bed-equipped health huts and medical centers in these far-flung regions, so at least you get a higher standard of care. What do you think about that idea?
Yes, that is so. When she visited, those issues was raised with her. And that our region, basically, you look at infrastructure because we have to put all these things in place. What they had, well, some are still there, and over the years, things would go because nothing is forever. But now this 2018 budget will see things differently and better.
All right, now residents, I guess you've spoken to residents. They appreciate what's going to happen coming in the new year with the new improvements?
Yes, but we haven't had a complete budget meeting. I just sent in some papers and CDs, and now I just got these flyers. So I'm going to, as soon as I get back, probably in another week and a half,
You got to share some knowledge.
we got to have outreach and public meeting. So we will inform the people, let them understand what is in the budget, what is for us, and the way forward.
You satisfied with the allocations that will cover what was requested in the budget?
I'm not sure. I don't know if we get any transportation, but our main mode of transportation in the north are ATVs. I'm not sure
Along the trail.
if we, yeah, that is what we use. While at Madja, you can use vehicle, and then in the riverine area, we have to get boat. So I'm not sure. I didn't talk with the REO yet to know what we get or what we didn't get, but ATVs is our main mode of transportation. When I'm in the north, I station at Madja, but when I'm in the north, I have to be riding to go to all the villages.
Do you ride yourself?
No, I have a rider. Well, the police ride me.
Okay, okay.
The police
And you
ride.
hang on.
I sit at the back.
Okay. Now, you spoke about river transportation. Most people use canoes or use power boats to get around.
Boat and engine. They long do away with those dugout things.
Okay.
Life is changing, technology, so we have to be in the modern world.
Now, you spoke about the connection at, you said Madio has, well, of course, has a better connection because I guess the population and the demand. But in terms of connectivity, the other areas, do you see maybe internet hubs coming to them once the technology can reach them?
Yeah, a couple of villages have already, like Parmakatoi. The president had given that to Parmakatoi School. There are some private people in Cato, has Chinapau, Kaibarupai. Those places have. Madja has too. And we have a radio station at Madja now,
Right.
95.1.
Just opened.
Yep. So we do get, I understand yesterday from one of the staff, they get NCN.
Okay.
So I'm really happy. I didn't know that before I present last night.
Okay. So you need to go on this radio station and
I did. I was one the second after the prime minister. I was started the prime minister for us, Minister Low, and then we spoke live on the TV with Robin Deodat and
on the radio, sorry.
yeah, Morano Isaacs.
Okay.
When we commissioned the radio station.
What's been the reception to the radio station? A lot of people, it's welcomed by the people in the area.
Of course, we never had that. I told the National Assembly that. In 41 years, when I first hit the El Dorado, that area is known as the Pataro, the El Dorado. I never thought for 1 minute in my wildest dream we would have ever had a radio station. I think this is a very great achievement and accomplishment. Now in Madhya, we are having concrete roads.
Well, I saw that too, and that's Madio really needed that because the minister said, maintenance will be cut drastically,
Yes.
stronger roads, less dust.
Yeah, well, that is one of the things I think the residents so appreciate, the dust. Because let me tell you, after a big dry and the rain come down, we get a lot of cases of influenza and all kinds of things because these trucks going in from town, they're rolling in from Georgetown and they're rolling, and the dust keep rolling with the wheel. And we have many ways of transporting different kinds of disease. Like plants do transport by water and birds and what have you. Disease transport by truck, and a lot of people don't actually realize that when you inhale that dust, if I have to travel through the trail, I have to get a respirator. If not, I have serious problems.
Okay, okay.
And most people like that. Also.
Now, Madio, I guess you're familiar with it. I understand some people had to move so the roads could be built properly. Did anybody object to that, or they understood the need to have the roads done in a proper manner?
Some people, they didn't have to really move that much. They just had to pull in. Because I'll tell you what, like I said, I am there a long time. And in the past, when I was the hinterland affair worker, we had district development officer. We went around and we told them we need 40 feet. After 40 feet is government reservation. After 40 feet, you can build what you like.
Don't touch at 40 feet.
No, we have to have that reserve. No one, for any reason, some 50 years ago would have never thought Madja would get concrete road because Madja is a mining district. Now we are approaching township. So it's a hell of a transition period we in. And as
Big
officers, we have to try and educate all the children. Children was accustomed to run anyhow and all over the road. When I went to Madja, there were only four vehicles. The region had a truck, the police station had a rover, the hospital had a rover, and there was one private guy had a rover. Today, we got like 400 vehicles. So just think about that.
You need to shift and change
The way, you know, we have to direct the children, and we had to implore on the police to do traffic in school, teach the children about traffic, how to walk. Yes. So that is being done. And now your children can't play on the road, and so you really have to have things under control. And we had Laterite Road. Now we're getting concrete, smooth roads, so you will understand more safety measures have to be put in place, because a child might just run out aimlessly out of the yard, not even looking left nor right.
New for them, of course.
And
right, we don't want that.
A vehicle come from nowhere, God forbid. I hope not, but those things are likely to happen. You know, when you have development and so on, things like that do happen, but you need to put cautionary measures in place so as to avoid those things.
So you're happy with the changes that are coming for 2018?
Yes, I do, very much so. Oh, before I left Region 8, in the North Pacorimas, we got these 4 bridges, because in the heavy rainfall that we just had, the big flood, these bridges were washed away. So we now have to build 4 brand new bridges at Maipaparo, Tosaning, Kawa, and Yawo.
Okay.
That's in the North Pacorimas. You know, we have to have bridges. And it is, I don't think it's impossible, but it's kind of real rough now for us to have all-weather road. But as it is, you know, every time rain stops falling, you gotta kind of repair the road and what have you.
A continuous process.
Yeah, because it's clay. And you know, after heavy rainfall, big erosion, you're on the mountain, and you know, yeah, all the time. In rainy season, you can hardly get to do any field trip. You know, going to places, visiting. So when you have emergencies, it's kind of difficult. Most villages have strip where 206 now can land to take out the patient just in case.
All right, well, thank you for your time. We're at the end of this segment, and I want to thank you for spending the time with us, of course. I know you're anxious to get back to the debates. You are watching Budget in Focus with me, Ms. Rajcoomarie Bancroft, MP for Potaro Siparuni, Region 8.